Hello, sir.
Hello.
The very first question is like a guy born in Lucknow
Yeah.
and the journey to Bombay.
Yeah.
What it is it? How much time span did you take from Lucknow to Bombay?
I've been fairly lucky in that sense. I did my college school from Lucknow and I did my college from Delhi. And I think I stayed back in Delhi for a year doing various jobs, whatever came my way.
So what course did you opt in Delhi?
I did English honors.
From DU?
DU Hindu College.
Hindu college. Okay, that's a good college. Sir.
Yeah.
So then to Bombay.
Yeah.
You just went upon Bombay ki nahi, I have to go there and I'll be searching for something what I want to do. Something came up to you in Delhi.
No. I always wanted to. I think since I was 11, 12, I wanted to go to Bombay and
My
make.
dream from so long.
Yeah. So I finished my graduation, and that thankfully during my first year of graduation, Subhash Ghai had started his company in Delhi, not Mukta Arts. It was called Drishti India, and so I bullied my way there, and my first job was there to get
That's a
tea
good
and
start.
samosas for the actors on the set and all
The
of that.
very starting.
Yeah. So, but I was still graduating, so I didn't mind that. And then I subsequently went there. They used to produce Chitrahar then
Okay, Chitra on Doordarshan.
on Doordarshan.
Chitrahar.
So then,
You in the production team?
Sorry.
The Chitrahar scene. Were you in the
So
production team?
the Chitrahar was mostly like a post-production job, right? We had tapes of songs from various films, and we had tapes of ads. VIP Banyan, Lightboy Sabun.
Okay.
So you put two songs and then you put in a 30-second of VIP Banyan,
Okay.
and then you put one song and then you put Lifeboy.
Okay,
And so it
that's-
was largely a post-production job, and you submitted the tape to Doordarshan. So that's how it was.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
And what is the current project you're working on right now?
Currently, we have a small production house in Bombay.
Your own production house? Sir?
Yeah, it's called Four Lines Films.
Hold on.
And we made shows like Geet, Is Pyar Ko Kya Naam Do,
Okay.
and currently we have a show called we had two other shows on Channel V. One was Humse Hai Life, one was Supreme
My
Google Topper
favorite.
of the Year.
Okay.
Really? Okay, so I
I'm
did
so happy to meet you now.
Okay, so I directed those as well.
Fantastic show.
And right now we have O Gujaria, which is currently
Again a mind-blowing show.
yeah. So, but unfortunately, it's going off air. And we have Kabul Hai on ZTV, and we have this new show which started just last week. It's called Humsafars on Sony TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
A very common thing that I'm noticing about the
They're all
show is
love
the very
stories.
live love stories and young people are engaged in all.
Yeah, and I did a very interesting crime thriller. That was my pet project. It was called Arjun on Star Plus.
That
And
was yours, sir?
yeah,
That is very good,
so,
sir.
so
Different from your league.
yeah. I actually both me and my wife. My wife is also a producer director. Both of us are actually directors turned
You
producers.
people work together.
Yeah, we work together in the same company, but very rarely on the same project because
That is something very messy.
Yeah, very headstrong, both of us. So, so we demarcate our duties, and we work like that. And
How come you're in Lucknow, sir, right now?
I'm here actually on a visit to a friend's place, and so this whole thing, the Astha thing that was happening. So I fell ill, unfortunately, and I met Dr.
That's a good opportunity.
yeah.
We finally met you.
Yeah.
That is something really very good.
So that was that.
So what is the thing that you still like about Lucknow the most? You have
See,
been on your-
as you evolve or as you grow as a person, as an artist, you the first tendency when you create something is to go back to your roots. And I think that when you are slightly younger, you don't take those roots very seriously. I mean, it's like I have run about, the old cities, the old city buildings.
Chalk in that area.
Chalk and Eri, Mambara, and I've spent plenty of time here without actually absorbing what the whole impact of the culture is, and and the great history and the tradition that this city has. So now, having hopefully slightly matured a bit, you
Yes, he
tend
has,
to you tend to come back and try and revisit and keep those roots alive and fresh, so that whenever you feel that your ship is not anchored, it's waving, so you know that you have these roots to go back
So you
to.
think you still have that Lucknow tehzeeb in the means?
Yeah,
It's still
definitely.
in Bombay. That is
Definitely.
still
I
like
mean, in fact, I mean, I have the way I speak or whatever, people can make out that they still, even after 15 years, they can still make out that I'm from Lucknow. And because also for the fact that, we do the show that we're doing, Kubul Hai, that's,
All
that's
the-
got that's got a Muslim backdrop, and even Humsafars. So we have to, I like Urdu poetry, and I like to give my characters that, because it's romance and all of that, and
kind of romantic person.
Yeah.
I was very happy with you.
yeah.
All
So,
the shows.
yeah.
About your journey from Lucknow to Hindu college,
Yeah.
but what about from Hindu to Mumbai? How did you move from Hindu college to Mumbai?
One fine day I woke up and I said it's time to go, because I'd been planning, and I was trying to save up money in Delhi. I was doing all odd jobs, but usually at that point of time, a lot of work in Delhi was primarily news based, and I wasn't really interested in that. So I joined a couple of documentary filmmakers, and thanks to them, I did a lot of good stuff, where I traveled to the grassroots of the country. I traveled to areas back of beyond, where you had to, jump off a train, get onto a jeep, get onto a motorcycle, and then finally, on a camel-driven cart, and go there and shoot there, and then drive back 60 kilometers just to charge your camera batteries for the next day's shoot. So having been through that experience was an eye-opening process, but my heart was really not there. I really wanted to make entertainment stuff, and I was doing a lot of dubbing for Discovery. That time they had just come in and they were dubbing all their software in Hindi. तो अफ्रीका के शेर और इन सब के बारे में मैंने बहुत सारे वॉइस ओवर्स किए. And then one fine day I decided, I said, like, today is as good a day to move, and I just landed in the city.
So when you decided to move on from making documentaries to entertainment movies, and everything, were you earning and making yourself comfortable out there in the Mumbai?
See, there's no such thing as
How much
comfortable.
was the struggle as such?
Struggle is always there. Struggle is there even now, and I think largely what happens is that I think that's true of possibly 99% of people who come to Bombay, to Mumbai, to make something out of their lives. Forget parents. If you don't have good friends, you'll die. So it's the same. It's borrowed money from friends, and you do odd jobs. You do anything that comes your way, and but at that point of time, you're not thinking about money. You just know, okay, this much is enough for my rent. This much is for other vices that you might have, and and this is for my conveyance. And I think that's the approach to have right now, because the youngsters that I meet today are too conscious about how they look, or how they think that presentation is more important than hard work. So they'll spend that money in the latest smartphones, branded clothes, watches, this, that, exactly. So those are tools of the trade, undoubtedly. But the thing is that your priority should be to just absorb, because that point of time in your life doesn't come again. Once you start working, your time for absorption just finishes. And that's why you feel that once you start working, you often stagnate. Because, so just read, just watch, just do whatever. And the struggle is a part of it. Yeah. What stories will you tell if you make it in life?
So how fair is this industry?
Fair. To technicians and people behind the crew, it's very fair.
It's very
It's absolutely very fair. Television as a medium, even to actors and actresses, it is very fair. Because what happens is that I cannot today, as an individual or even as the owner of a company, commit to a single person, say that, dude, I'm going to make you my next main lead, because that decision is taken in collaboration with 20 other people. There are people in my team, there are people from the channel. So I think television is really, really, really democratic in that sense, and it's a fantastic medium. Films, not so much, because your pedigree matters, whose son you are, and all of that. It's very hard to break in. But television, by the volume of work that is happening, that even if you have a little bit of talent, they'll pick you up.
So there is a myth saying that people when goes into a television industry are not able to get through films and everything because they are seen as a television medium. If suppose if somebody is doing a show in Ramayana or Mahabharata, then the person is being looked upon like the Ram or Lakshman, that fashion for a longer generation and longer period
No,
of time.
you're talking about actors, are you?
Yes.
That's not the case. See, the thing is that the film industry also has had a dramatic shift in the kind of content that is being made, right? So while a few years back, or a few months back, there were only the three Khans that you could bank on, but today a Veer Das or a Kangana or a Vidya, they are being able to deliver a film on their own shoulders. So that paradigm is shifting. People are saying, okay, we'll take this newcomer, or we'll take this guy with a huge fan base already through television, and we'll take him in a film. So I mean, Gurmeet Chaudhary, who used to do our show called Geet, he has signed a 3-film deal with Mahesh Bhatt. Sushant has signed a 3-film deal with Yash Raj, and even Varul has done a film. The main lead of my show, Humse Hai Life on Channel V, became the main lead of this film called Yariya. So I think that, yeah, so I think that's no longer true. You have to shine in whatever you're doing. That's about it.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay.
For connecting with us.
Really nice meeting
Sure.
you, and all the best to all of you.
And to you too, sir.
Yeah.